Hello, we are so happy to have you here on Legit KidLit. Can you please give a quick intro about yourself and your book?
Hi, my name's Gita Ralleigh and I'm the author of the Destiny of Minou Moonshine, which is a magical middle grade adventure set in an alternative version of colonial India. And in it we follow Minou, who is an orphan, on a sort of quest to restore the queendom of her home of Moonlally. And in the process of doing so, Minou discovers her own destiny.
Can you walk us through a world building activity?
Well, I love this question because world building is actually one of my absolute favourite things about writing and the research that goes along with it. So one that I often use with school children is to think about what school is like in their world. So for example, in our schools here in the UK, we do an awful lot of maths because we think maths is very important in adult life. But if your story and your world is about, I don't know, managing plants or underground tunnels because the surface of the planet's too hot, then that ought to be reflected in the kind of school that your characters go to. So for example, Minou School, which is a free school for street children, martial arts are very important, and the martial arts that she learns are based on a real South Indian martial art called Kalari. So that's my tip for world building.
What is your guilty pleasure?
Guilty pleasures, wow. Well, I try not to feel guilty about this. Although as a writer, you often feel when you're watching a movie or TV that you should be writing or at least reading. But I do love a Bollywood movie. I love the action, the fights, the stunts, the songs, the silliness. And you just know that they're really long, so you're going to just have to put aside 3 hours of your life. Whoosh, it's gone. But it's just pure fun. So that's my guilty pleasure, I would say, watching Bollywood movies.
Do you have any secrets?
A secret? Okay. Well, my secret is that Minou Moonshine first came to me as a character during a writing exercise that I was doing with my group. And it was just a little writing exercise, it took sort of half an hour of our time. And I saw this sort of little girl living with her grandmother on this ramshackle houseboat on this river. And I tried to forget about her because I was actually supposed to be writing a completely different book. But she wouldn't let me forget about her. She sort of followed me around and I had to go back to her. So my secret is that, if you have a character that does that to you, they follow you around, they sort of metaphorically tap you on the shoulder, listen to what that character's saying, because however fantastic your world building is, however foolproof your magical system is, none of that counts if you haven't got a character who's strong. So that's my secret, that Minou sort of came to me from an exercise and then I had to write a story around her.
Do you have any hidden talents?
A hidden talent. Well, this is going to sound a bit dull, but I think writing is probably my hidden talent because until quite recently when my book was published and I invited some of my work colleagues to launch, I'm a medical doctor by day, a lot of them had no idea that I'd written a book at all. So I would have to say writing is my hidden talent.
Can you read a favorite part of your story to us?
Reading from the book. Okay, well, I'm going to have to put my glasses on for this. Which gives you a lovely opportunity to see the cover. I'm going to read from a bit where Minou jumps out of an airship using batwing gliders that are made from old umbrellas. So I'll just start. One of Bima's sayings was, "Don't ask the caterpillar how it feels to become a butterfly," which means life rarely turns out as you expect. And it was true. Jumping from the Napoleon was far more frightening than Minou had imagined. She plunged into free fall, air whistling past her ears, skirts ballooning around her. The batwings wrenched her arms painfully as they domed open. The green water rushed closer at a terrifying speed. She could see white foam edging the waves and dark shapes moving below. She was going to drown or be eaten by sharks, or both. And then she remembered, arms wide, knees bent. Her legs flailed as she struggled to pull them in against the buffeting wind. The tailpiece clicked. She felt a lift under her wings and relief as the harness straps eased. She was swooping through blue air, graceful as a hawk. Woohoo! Until she landed, with a painful smack, face down in the sea. She surfaced, treading water, coughing and spluttering, her ears ringing from the rapid descent. The batwings trailed behind her. Tiny shoals of fish darted from her kicking legs. She tugged, struggling to free herself from the harness. Then she recalled why it was so bulky. Tree had stuffed it with kapok for buoyancy. She was floating. I think that will do.
We're going to test how well you know your cover. It is beautiful, but how well do you know it? So close your eyes and draw it.
Draw the cover. Oh my goodness. This is so hard for me because I'm so bad at drawing. Okay, I'll be back soon. Okay, here it is. And as you can see, it looks absolutely nothing like the real thing, which is beautiful. How did I feel when I saw the cover? Oh, I absolutely loved it because these kind of blues and greens are my absolutely favourite colours, and the way they've depicted the wooden elephant and the green orchids, which have a special symbolic meaning in the story because they're the symbol of the rebel organisation. And I think the other thing I really love, which I'm not sure if you can see very well, but I'm going to bring a bit closer, is you can really see that Minou is a brown-skinned girl in her traditional sort of Indian attire. And I find so often on covers about people from minoritized groups, they're sometimes sort of shown in silhouette or facing away. And I really love that you can see there that Minou is who she is. She's a proud Indican, because that's my version of India, girl in her traditional dress. I really love that about it.
What is your writing quirk?
What are my writing quirks? Oh, so many. I used to be very bad at sort of, extraneous words, those little words like just and very and quite, but I'm actually quite good at cutting those out now. So I think I would have to say exclamation marks. I'm quite fond of them, and I think it was Elmore Leonard who said that you should use no more than 2 or 3 per 100,000 words, and I'm definitely guilty of using a lot more than that. So I try and tone those down wherever I can.
What is one of your recent middle grade favorites?
A recent middle grade favourite is The Last Mapmaker by Christina Soon Tornvart, and I just absolutely love her settings. They're so rich and dazzling. They're based on Thailand and Southeast Asia, and also her characters, who are these scrappy, determined young people, and I think she just transports me so completely into the world of her story, which is what a good fantasy book should do. So I would say The Last Mapmaker by Christina Soon Tornvart.
Finish this sentence. A person who likes blank will like my book.
A person who likes adventure, magic, and steampunk would love my book, I hope.
In your novel, your character takes off with 3 things: a map, a secret, and a mechanical elephant to search for her destiny. You have to leave right now. So the 3 things on your left are what will be on your journey to search for your destiny. What are they?
Oh my gosh, I'm not sitting next to anything very useful. 3 things to my left. Okay, so I do have a picture of my children, which I think when they were younger, which is why they won't mind me showing it to you. There's a candle and an orchid and some coasters. Maybe they would be useful because you could, I don't know, throw them or use them as weapons or something. So maybe I'd just take the picture and the coasters with me on my quest. Not very useful.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel, follow us on our socials, and follow Gita on all of her websites and socials. Everything is linked in the description below.
This was so much fun. Thank you so much, Tiffany and Alexis, for having me and for all your fantastic questions. And I really hope readers will enjoy the Destiny of Minou Moonshine. Thanks again. Bye.
Thank you for watching. We'll be back next